We have no food, no water. Once I see my people fed, I would be honored.
No. We have a serious problem with radical Islam. We have a tremendous problem, and we can't be the stupid country anymore.
As the Holy Quran tells us, the Holy Quran teaches that, the Holy Quran tells us, and the Holy Quran also
said he believes the reasons for Obama's dislike so much of the Jewish state of Israel is because he's a secret follower of Islam.
Assalamu alaikum.
يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى.
President-elect Donald Trump says he looks forward to dealing with Barack Obama in the future. Trump and his wife Melania met with Barack Obama and his wife Michelle at the White House. Trump called the meeting a great honor.
We talked about some of the organizational issues in setting up a White House. We talked about foreign policy. We talked about domestic policy. And as I said last night, my number one priority in the coming 2 months is to try to facilitate a transition that ensures our president-elect is successful.
You explained some of the difficulties, some of the high-flying assets, and some of the really great things that have been achieved. So, Mr. President, it was a great honor being with you, and I look forward to being with you many, many more times in the future. Thank you, sir.
An historic interview hours ago, President Obama speaking exclusively to ABC's Robin Roberts and announcing something no U.S. president has ever said, that he supports same-sex marriage.
I've always been adamant that gay and lesbian Americans should be treated fairly and equally. And I was sensitive to the fact that for a lot of people, the word marriage was something that evokes very powerful traditions, religious beliefs, and so forth. But I have to tell you that at a certain point, I've just concluded that it is important for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! Everybody sit down and be quiet for a second.
Talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not
Christian
come.
faith.
I have known Islam on 3 continents. Islam on 3 continents.
The people that are with me 100% are the people.
What?
The Pope. The Pope was in Mexico. Do you know that? Did everyone know, right? He said negative things about me.
Dreadful.
The Pope is being told that Donald Trump is not a nice person. Donald Trump is a very nice person.
Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
An uncovered Muslim Brotherhood document publicized in a terrorism funding trial in 2008 calls for the destruction of the United States. Muslim Brotherhood presidential candidate Mohammed Morsi proclaimed before thousands of supporters that jihad is our path. Despite this, Barack Obama welcomed Mohammed Morsi with open arms when he was elected president of Egypt and continued to support him while non-stop reports surfaced that the Muslim Brotherhood had set up torture chambers for its political opponents and openly crucified Christians. With the Muslim Brotherhood taken out of power to the chagrin of our Muslim Brotherhood president, Barack Obama, the Egyptian military now in power has discovered a treasured trove of documents linking the Obama regime with the illegal activities of the Muslim Brotherhood. One such document is a list of Muslim Brotherhood officials receiving secret bribes in U.S. currency paid out by the U.S. consulate, amounting to millions of dollars. Investigative journalist Jerome Corsi has obtained a copy of the document held by the Egyptian military, proving the Obama regime sent millions of dollars in bribes to the Muslim Brotherhood. But who was managing all of this money? Did the Muslim Brotherhood walk around with hundreds of thousands of dollars in their pockets? Enter Malik Obama, Obama's half-brother. According to Egyptian television, as reported by Jerome Corsi, the Supreme Constitutional Court of Egypt wanted to, quote, inform the American people that their president's brother Obama is one of the architects of the major investments of the Muslim Brotherhood. We're not just talking about the bribes the Muslim Brotherhood received in Egypt, but the entire Muslim Brotherhood finances worldwide that more than likely includes an astounding $8 billion bribe to the Muslim Brotherhood made by the Obama regime, as reported by Egypt Daily News and Arabic News TV 14. The bribe was payment to guarantee that the huge tract of Egyptian land, the Sinai Peninsula, be turned over to the Muslim Brotherhood sister group, Hamas. According to Egypt Daily News, a document exists showing the $8 billion agreement with the Obama administration that was signed by former Muslim Brotherhood President Mohammed Morsi and his second-in-command, Karat al-Shatur, both under arrest by the Egyptian military for murder and treason. Does this document really exist, showing the $8 billion bribe signed by Obama or one of his representatives? Undoubtedly. According to the Anatolia news agency, Saad al-Shatur, the son of Karat al-Shatur, said that his father, prior to being arrested, had in his hand evidence that would put President Obama in prison.
Now listen up. I'm serious. Listen up.
But surrounded by Jewish special advisors, radical socialist Valerie Jarrett, ad man David Axelrod, and Zionist shill Joe Biden, Obama has toppled all that was left of our national morality by advocating in support of same-sex marriage, the unnatural, unseemly, unchristian, deviant act of homosexuality.
I mentioned I could use a line or two to wake up. Senator Obama asked me if I was referring to coke, and I stated I was. After stating I was, Obama stated he could purchase cocaine for me and then made a telephone call. Senator Obama and I then departed the bar in my limousine and proceeded to an unknown location where Senator Obama exited the limousine with $250, which was provided to him by me. Returned a short while later with an 8-ball of cocaine, which he gave to me. I did ingest a couple of lines of cocaine, and shortly thereafter, Senator Obama produced a glass cylinder pipe and packet of crack cocaine from his pocket. Obama then smoked the crack cocaine. I performed fellatio on Senator Obama in the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine, after which I had the driver take me to my hotel, the Comfort Suites, Gurnee, Illinois. The following day, November 7th, 1999, Senator Obama appeared at my hotel room, unannounced, uninvited, where we again ingested cocaine and I again performed fellatio on Senator Obama.
Listen up. Hey, everybody. Everybody. Hey, listen up. Hey, I told you to be focused, and you're not focused right now. Listen to what I'm saying. Hold up.
At the Thanksgiving table and on Facebook and Twitter and at PTA meetings and potluck dinners and church socials and VFW halls. It happens when a father realizes he doesn't just love his daughter, but also her wife. It happens when a soldier tells his unit that he's gay, and they tell him they knew it all along and they didn't care because he was the toughest guy in the unit. It happens when a video sparks a movement to let every single young person know they're not alone and things will get better. It happens when people look past their ultimately minor differences to see themselves in the hopes and struggles of their fellow human beings, that's where change is happening. And that's not just the story of the gay rights movement, that's the story of America.
If you do not let us in, all of us will die.
I said temporarily. I didn't say permanently. I said temporarily. We have no border. We have no control. People are flooding across. We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly. The greatest builder is me, and I would build the greatest wall you have ever seen. And in that wall, we're going to have a beautiful, big, fat door where people can come into the country, but they have to come in legally. I don't think they like me very much. This country needs somebody that's a deal maker.
I'm giving you Commander Greygard.
No deals. No deals. We don't make deals. Not with anybody. We don't make deals.
You mistake me, my lord. That was a command.
No. Excuse me. Just so you understand. We need people that know what they're doing. We don't need babies.
Are you refusing to obey my order?
Yeah. By the way, I think you could say that, yeah.
Ollie, bring me my sword.
They laugh at us. Our enemies laugh at us. But they say waterboarding and they chop off heads. They think we are so stupid. You have no idea.
Much liked my head. I don't want to see it removed just yet.
I would bring back waterboarding, and I'd bring back a hell of a lot worse than waterboarding.
It's utterly ridiculous. Here's a report out of New York Post. Why Obama's half-brother says he'll be voting for Donald Trump. And there he is wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
A bordo de la limusina ejecutiva conocida como La Bestia, el presidente saliente y el entrante recorrieron la histórica avenida Pensilvania hasta la sede del Congreso, donde tendrá lugar la ceremonia protocolaria del cambio de poderes.
The values that you work hard for what you want in life.
For what you want in life.
That your
word is your bond. That you do what you say you're going to do.
Keep your promise.
That you treat people
with
dignity and respect, and because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
Values don't change, but times do. That is the change that I'm talking about. We can change public services, education, specialist schools, special schools. In China and India and China, 8 years. Aspiration, and courage. Million, fringe, never. Change again. In turn, but times, time, change, changing. Change is marching on again. That's got to change. Change makers. Changes, turn and face the strain. Changes. I don't want to be a rich man. Changes, turn and face the strain. Changes. It's going to have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't chase time.
Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
So of course they're all saying I love you, because they like that, they care.
First of all, sincerest apologies. I
That's
guess
okay.
I got overwhelmed.
You got excited.
My name's Maria Manir, and you've been speaking a lot about how, we have to become the change that we want to see. And you've spoken about progress, about human rights, and about how we in the US and the UK need to lead in terms of civil rights movements and LGBTQ issues. Now, I'm about to do something terrifying, which is I'm coming out to you as a non-binary person, which means that I don't fit within... I'm getting emotional, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
because I'm from a Pakistani Muslim background, which inevitably has cultural implications, and I know that in North Carolina recently with the bathroom bill, people are being forced to obviously produce birth certificates to prove their gender in order to go to the toilet. In the UK, we don't recognise non-binary people under the Equality Act, so we literally have no rights. So if there was any discrimination, there's nothing we can do. I've been working for the last 9 months with the UK Civil Service Fast Stream with Gillian Smith in order to do what I can, even though I'm still at university and running for local election at the same time in Watford. I've managed to get them to respect pronouns. I've managed to get them to commit to gender-neutral toilets. And these are things I've done as a student. And I really, really wish that yourself and David Cameron would take us seriously as transgender people, and perhaps you could elucidate as to what you can do to go beyond what has been accepted as the LGBTQ rights movement, in including people who fit outside the social norms.
Well, look, I think that first of all, that wasn't that crazy. I thought you were gonna ask to come up here and, you know, dance with me or something, or, you know, but look, I'm incredibly proud of the steps it sounds like you've already taken to speak out about your own experience, and then to try to create a social movement and change laws. It sounds to me like you're on the right track. I can't speak for David Cameron, although I will say that on LGBT issues, I think David's been ahead of the curve relative to a lot of other leaders around the world, and even here in the UK. I can say from my perspective that we're taking a lot of serious steps to address these issues within the federal government. The challenge we've had is North Carolina, the law that comes up, for example. That's a state law, and because of our system of government, I can't overturn on my own state laws unless a federal law is passed that prohibits states from doing these things, and with the Congress I currently have, that's not likely to happen. But we're doing a lot of work administratively. And as I said, you should feel encouraged just by virtue of the fact that I think social attitudes on this issue have changed faster than I've seen on any other issue. It doesn't feel fast enough for you or for those who are impacted, and that's good. You shouldn't feel satisfied. You should keep pushing. But I think the trend lines are good on this. We're moving in the right direction, and in part because of courageous and active young people like yourself. So stick with it. All right. Let's see. Gentleman in the green here.
Assalamu alaikum. Jeremiah Wright is definitely a closet homosexual. There's no doubt about it. And Obama is as well, and Larry Sinclair will testify to that. But there are a whole lot of other folk in Trinity, United Church of Christ, and around Chicago that would testify to the fact that Obama is a homosexual, as you stated or introduced, as a bisexual, because he is married and obviously enjoys relationships with women as well. But my proof is as solid as a rock.
I don't care. I don't care. I no longer care. I care about this. This is the big picture, folks. This is the big picture.
Yes!